Hey folks, it is loud here today. They're working up the road, hauling rock. So it's awfully noisy. It's been raining since last night, and it's quite chilly. It's cold enough to snow, folks. So I've got my other barn jacket on that has a hood, right? So, business first. I went to the mailbox, the post office, checked my mail, and this morning over coffee, I finally finished up the letters to those folks who have sent me letters, cards, and sent me gifts, okay? So I got all of them ready, went to the post office. By the time I got there, it was about 10 o'clock. And the post office was closed, folks. The lobby was open, but I couldn't get anybody at the desk until 12:30 today. Well, that's not a very near trip for me. It's quite a ways away. So probably Saturday I'll go back and get those letters out into the mail. And boy, they're loud. Into the mail. Okay, so you folks, you could be looking for those, okay? So we haven't had very much sun here for quite a while, folks. Been awfully cloudy, it's been rainy, and I hope this isn't any precursor as to what's to come for the growing season. 3 years ago we had a lot of rain, very little sun, and I just abandoned my garden in August. There just nothing was growing and it was just too wet. I would plant seeds and they'd just rot, right? So, and then the next year it was so hot and dry that you had to constantly water your garden and add peat moss to hold the moisture. And so we never know, right? We never know what the garden season will bring. So, I guess the only way that we can grow something, regardless of the weather, is probably a greenhouse with artificial lights and maybe with a little heat. I don't know. Building a greenhouse is all right, but if you don't have the sunlight, then nothing's going to grow. Not very well, anyway, right? So you could probably always, folks, it's so loud. So you could always put grow lights in, or for me, I could probably run my generator 10 hours a day, and I'm not about to do that with the price of gas. I'm not willing to do that. So if it turns out to be another wet, cloudy season, then I'll make up for it some other way, right? You just have to do what you have to do, folks. So I did a video this morning in the duck coop, but the chickens were in there and they were laying eggs, and it was just too noisy, so I just deleted that video. So I'm back out. The rain has let up just enough. It's still misting, but it's quite cool out, folks. It's in the 40s. So because of the rain and my crazy hours that I'm working, I haven't even gotten back to that duck run yet, or that outback pen, but I will this weekend. It's supposed to at least not rain, so boy, that'll be good, right? That'll be good. So what are you folks going to do? Are you prepared if you have a drought, or are you prepared if you have a long, extensive period of rain and nothing much grows, or it's cloudy, or you get wind damage, or whatever? Are you prepared? Do you have an alternative means to get your food? Do you you have a plan B? Do you have a plan C? We should, right? Because a garden is never guaranteed. So, I hope everyone's doing alright. I hope you, for everything that you're doing, you've got a plan A, B, C, and D, right? Now, I gathered the material up today for a natural dehydrator, and I did. I got on Amazon and ordered a 6-tier, I think it's 6-tier, dry hot. You hang it up, and I'm going to compare that with the one that I make and see which one, I just like trial and error, to see which one works better. So that's supposed to arrive, I think, Tuesday. So when I get that, I'll show you. And I won't be using it this time of year. It's just too much moisture. But where it's so cold, I still have a fire going in my house. So I can put some carrots or onions or something in there and hang it inside my house with the wood. With the wood heat, it'll dry it right out, right? So maybe I'll practice that way. See how it goes. I don't know how well it's made. It's got good reviews, so I don't know. But we'll find out. We'll find out together, all right? Being spring, the male ducks are awful frisky, folks. They're just awful frisky. And if you've ever owned a Muscovy duck, and I don't know about any other duck, but Muscovy duck, if they get too excited, the males, their little thingy thing, right? That makes babies with the mama, right? That little thingy. It's like a spirally zigzag. And sometimes when it comes out to do their thing, sometimes it gets stuck out. So what you do is you put a glove on, right? A latex glove, and you help it back in, folks. So that hasn't happened yet this year, but you know, when they get awfully excited and overdo themselves, sometimes they'll need help putting it back in. So, and there's a way to do that. So if you have Muscovies or thinking about Muscovies and you don't know how to do that, you really should be learning how to do that with a video or so before you have to do it, right? And if it's ever a good time for me to show you and it's daylight and I've got the camera with me or the tripod, I'll show you how that's done, okay? So, the joys, folks, the joys of owning Muscovy ducks, yeah. So, I got another goose egg today. In my first video, I compared a chicken egg to a duck egg to a goose egg. And it's raining now, so I didn't want to bring the eggs out to do the demonstration. But somebody asked if I would show that again, and I will. The guinea have not started laying. I think they're still stressed from being inside the coop and in their run instead of running around, right? But they'll lay, folks. They'll lay. All right. So steadfast. Have a plan A, B, C, and D for everything. Okay, folks? Now, I goofed up. I went to hook my garden hose up because I do have a generator and I do have a pump, right? A water pump. So in order to get water outside, I have to start the generator and hook up the hose and all that. I just wanted to see how the hoses fared through the winter because I left them out. They're all wrapped up, but I left them outside and we got really cold weather this winter, even though the hoses should have been free of water, but we'll see. But I'm just going through everything. And I didn't have any water on the outside in the silcox. So I knew the inside guts, if you will, needed to be replaced. So in order to do that, I need to take it out and bring it to the hardware store so I can get the exact one, right? Exact length and everything. Well, I took those innards out, folks, and the end of it broke right off inside the silcox. Inside the silcox. So, and I couldn't get it out. So now I need a new silcox, folks. So that's all right. I don't have any plumbing in my house, but I do know how to put a pipe together, and you know, I know how to do all, and that's something I could do on my own. So, you know, if I had practiced what I preach, I would have had a spare, right? I would have had, there goes a hawk. Hawks, a lot of hawks this year, folks. If I had practiced what I had preached, I would have gotten another second silcox to have on hand, right? But I didn't. That one's American value. I don't know if it's a good brand or not, but I remember it was pricier than what I was told the price was by others. And our little hardware store, that's the only one they had, folks. So it's frost free, and so I bought it, put it in, and about 5 years ago. So that shouldn't have gone already. I mean, I only use it a few months out of the year, but it is what it is. Folks, that is so loud, folks. They're loading rocks into big dump trucks. So, yeah, 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3 is 2, right? Back up for your backup. So we should do that with anything that has moving parts, right? It's too bad our bodies didn't come with spare parts. So when your shoulder or your knee wear out, you can just unhook it and put a new one on, right? They should come with adapters as well. Snap on, snap off. Wouldn't that be nice, right? So, anyway, continue prepping, continue doing what you're doing, continue to be steadfast, continue to learn those skills. Look at every angle. Look at every angle of how you would have to live if you were forced to live that way, folks, okay? What has moving parts that may break? You might want to get another one, or you might want to get some replacement parts, or you might want to get new innards or whatever it is. Because if you have it, you probably will need it, right? So, alright, folks. If you like anything of what I say, you can like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I am up over 1,000 subscribers. I'm looking into the monetization part of it. And I started looking into that, how to do that last night over very tired eyes, folks. So I'll do that within the next week. And I want to remind everybody that Shelly's Everyday Prepper, Shelly's Everyday Prepper, there's another word there, starts with an A, I think, is a new channel, and she's putting out a lot of good content, folks. So why don't you go and check her out? Alright? Oh, Shelly's Everyday Prepping Adventure. Why don't you go check her out, give her a little support? I'm sure she would appreciate that. And have a good day, folks. Come again.